Hello, hello, welcome to the Mystic Path. This is going to be a Divine Masculine check-in. We will be using these decks. Okay. Anyone who wants to know. And let's get started here. Divine Masculine and Divine Masculine. Oh. Okay. What is the energy of the Divine Masculine currently? Okay. We also have a man holding the heart at the bottom of the deck. So he's feeling in his heart space, which is a good sign, but we also have here financial constraints, 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. So I feel like we got an awakening happening. I'm feeling right off the bat here. All right. Okay, so we have financial constraints, 6th chakra, which is your third eye chakra, Archangel Metatron. All right, what's happening with the Divine Masculines? What's happening in the Divine Masculine Collective? Whoops. What's happening? What's happening? Lately I've been called to do a lot of like past, present, future. I'm being called to do that again, so we're gonna go ahead and see where are the Divine Masculines coming from? Where are the Divine? Okay. Okay. All of that mess for the Hermit. Okay. We're gonna see. What else, if anything else, because that was a lot of a mess that fell out of there. Anything else for where the Divine Masculines are coming from? Anything else we need to know where? Whoop! Okay. Chariot in reverse. Yeah, let me just grab these cards. Flew off here because we will need them. Okay. I see. Okay, so these other cards that fell out on the floor, we have Death and Rebirth, the Devil in reverse, and 8 of Wands. Okay, they're telling me this is our present energy. So that's good. So, all right, let's just go ahead and pull where we're going, and then I'll read them all and clarify if needed, right? Because apparently the energy is wild with, I want to say force, but force doesn't seem like the right word, but like almost not forceful in a violent, negative way, but forceful in a, I'm ready to speak and I have a lot to say, so I'm excited to get it out kind of way is what I'm feeling, okay? Because force kind of has a negative connotation, but in this sense, it doesn't feel forceful like that. It just feels forceful, like, I want to be heard and I'm anxious, I'm ready to speak, okay? So let's pull really quick the future. Where's the divine masculine going? The world. Anything else? Okay. Oh, for this one. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. So, this is what I'm getting so far. Currently, the Divine Masculine Collective is feeling, they're starting to awaken, but they're also in their head a little bit about their finances. They're feeling some financial constraint here. And that's weighing heavily on them, okay? But again, the underlying issue was a man holding a heart. So they are in their heart space. They are awakening and moving up, into this third eye chakra now, okay? So that's a positive sign, because we've had the Divine Masculine stuck for quite a while, I feel like, in those lower root chakra, confidence chakra, all that, healing chakras. So the fact that they're kind of moving up into the heart space and into the third eye, that's encouraging, right? Growth, positive forward movement, which is exciting. And it's funny, I'm feeling this like, I'm feeling anticipation, but not like nervous anxiety anticipation, almost like excitement about to bubble over, right? Like there's going to be some movement. The Divine Masculines are going to be ready to move, ready to, it feels like they're busting out of the seams is what it feels like, okay? The energy, I feel like I have faith in the world and it's all going to be okay. That's how I'm feeling right now. And I feel like that's from this like future card pull. So this is what I'm getting strongly. I feel like this is going to be a pretty fast down and dirty reading because it's coming in super clear. Okay, so where we're coming from, the Chariot in reverse, the Hermit, okay? So basically, just complete Hermit mode as deep as you can go. No movement whatsoever. Then look at this Hermit card is like so happy. Look at this person. Glowing. It's almost like they're floating above the rocks. Okay? And with that coupled with this third eye, 6th chakra Metatron card, Archangel Metatron supports awakening and growth and getting the messages, connecting to your intuition, finally understanding like the whole picture, right? Because as humans, we're not really given the whole picture. We have to kind of figure that out on our own, and we're kind of given this picture of this like 3-dimensional solid world, and we kind of have to rise to the occasion, right? We have to float up there, rise to the occasion, and seek out the answers for ourselves, right? From ourselves, for ourselves. That's a good one. So I'm writing that down. Because they're telling me that should be the title of this video. Okay. So what I'm getting is the Divine Masculine in the past has been stuck, like I was saying, stuck in those lower chakras. But the good news is being stuck kind of forced them to go within and start asking themselves questions. And, the financial constraints thing is there, but I feel like the financial constraints and lack of stability and consistency is what kind of drove this awakening. So, and again, a lot of people in the world right now are experiencing financial constraints because of the pandemic that we're experiencing. So, I feel like don't land too hard in that denser energy. Focus more on, because the feelings I have are really good, happy, like hopeful. I'm feeling very hopeful. This energy feels very hopeful. So the Divine Masculine's coming from this Hermit Mode. He was stuck. There was no movement. He was deep in Hermit Mode. And again, I feel like that's a great thing. It's a great thing sometimes to go deep into Hermit Mode. Isolate yourself from all the things we're bombarded with every day from society, the things on the news, the things on the TV, the programming, what our friends say, what our family says, sometimes it's good to isolate ourselves and go within and just and figure out what it is we think and feel, right? What is it like? We don't need all these other opinions and programs and directives from the external. We need to be looking inside for those answers and then glowing, right? From the inside out, we get on our glow up then. So that's where the Divine Masculines are coming from. The present energy here is really positive. The Devil is in reverse. 8 of Wands, about action, moving forward at a fast pace. It's fire energy, and then we also have the Death and Rebirth card, okay? And again, I feel like we got a glow up happening in here, right? So this Devil in reverse is because the Divine Masculines presently are recognizing, understanding, and starting to step outside of their ego and their egoic behaviors, patterns, limitations, etc. Okay, so that's what's happening that's what's happening presently. That's all very positive, and I feel very good about it. And again, everybody thinks the Death card is such a scary card. Look at this card. It's not scary at all in this particular deck. It's actually beautiful. And rebirth, death and rebirth is something that happens in life, right? I got a message a while back from my guides, and it feels fitting to share here. It said, regeneration cannot exist without decay. And humans have misunderstood. They think decay comes at the end of the process, and it actually doesn't. It is the beginning. You begin with decay, and out of decay comes rebirth, right? And it makes me think, like, I'm a gardener. I don't know if any of the rest of you are gardeners, but I'm a gardener. I love plants. I have a beautiful lanai. I live in Florida. I get to grow things year round, which is like, a dream come true for me. And when you're moving from winter into spring, the advice in gardening is not to rake up the leaves and the dead, the dead leaves and grass and weeds and all that stuff that is there from winter, because they say not to disturb any of that stuff until you've had many days consistently over 50 degrees. And that's because in all of that decaying matter are things, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Growing. I guess growing's not the right word, but basically all the insects, larvae, all those things that we depend on in nature to help our growing, right? To help the plants continue to thrive and grow, to help aerate the soil, all of those things are laying dormant in all of that old decaying matter. And they need that decaying matter because that's what feeds them in their pupa stages, so that then they can be born into insects, right? The insects that we need in the ground. Some of them fly, some of them don't, right? There's millions and millions, and they all serve a purpose, because otherwise they would not exist. So that's what I'm being guided to say, is that, you know, that's the start of the birthing process, is all that decay. And as humans, we're kind of taught that, like, decay comes, you get old and you die and you decay, which that is also true. But again, we look at that as the end, when that is really the beginning, because when our body gets old and you die and you decay, your soul then is free, and that's a new beginning into a new dimension of life, right? So I know that was a little tangent, but they wanted me to talk about that. So presently, it feels like the divine masculines are still in that decaying matter, but they're about to birth out. They're about to break out, right? Birth themselves into whatever it is they're going to become, and then serve their purpose on the planet. So, you know, obviously I'm making some metaphors here, but, you know, I think the devil in reverse here presently, and the death and rebirth together, all three of these cards together with the Eight of Wands, which is about fast moving action, bursting at the seams, being ready to just like bust out of your cocoon and be like, I just got the visual. I'm a big animation fan, so Disney, Pixar's A Bug's Life, I just got the visual of the caterpillar at the end where he's like, I'm a beautiful butterfly, and he busts out and he's got these little tiny wings. Okay, so that's what they're showing me. Presently, some masculines may already be a little ahead of the curve, and they already may be doing this. They already may be busting out and like, I'm out of my winter slumber. I'm out of my cocoon. I'm a beautiful butterfly. I'm sorry. It's so funny. They just keep replaying that in my head. Oh my goodness. Okay, and that's just such a funny scene. So again, this is encouraging, even for the divine masculines that are still kind of in between this past and present, where they're still moving through the heavy energies, and they might still be in that decaying matter. Like, that's okay, because again, decay is the beginning of the process, right? Not the end, the beginning. Because again, it's like that's a brilliant, it's like the infinity loop they just showed me, right? And I feel like, okay, so it's like the infinity loop they just showed me. There is no end or beginning. So decay is in that infinity loop as part of the process, but there's no end or beginning. So that's a human thing that we've even put that on decay, that we've said it's an ending thing, right? So, and I guess the same could be said for the message that they're giving me, is it's not necessarily always a beginning either. So in this instance, decay is a new beginning, which is beautiful. And then this future energy, also beautiful. We have the World, the Ten of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. And so I feel like this World card is what I was saying. Sorry, it felt like there were two cards there. I just want to make sure. This is that I'm a beautiful butterfly busting out of the cocoon. Look at all this light behind her. It's like she's like, oh, the world is my oyster. I'm standing on top of it. I can be whatever I want. I can manifest whatever I want. And now I understand. Okay, I get it. So what they're telling me right now is, this also can be an egoic feeling. But in this case, this I'm standing on top of the world feeling can be an egoic feeling. But in this case, it is not. It is, I'm standing on top of the world because I finally understand that I hold all the power to manifest whatever it is I want. Okay, so this future energy is about going through this awakening, rebirthing, regenerating into a new version of ourselves, right? And understanding I hold all the power to create the world I want to create. And then these other two cards make so much sense with this energy because we have the 10 of Wands and the 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is about like making it, look at all these, he's making choices and walking away from anything that is not serving. So I feel like this is good. This is good, Divine Masculines. Keep it up. Keep on the path. Because as we know, sometimes this path gets very rocky and very difficult. In this case, doesn't seem to be so, right? Seems like this future energy, now that these Divine Masculines understand that the power comes from within and they can manifest any world they want for themselves individually, they're now starting to really evaluate. I mean, look at, he's really contemplating, what things am I going to move forward with in my life? What is it I actually want out of my life? And now there is the movement towards it. Okay, let's pack up our shit. Let's get off this mountain, right? Because it looks like she's coming down the mountain. Let's get off, get out of this hermit mode. Let's walk down from this mountain and move forward into manifesting the world we would like to create. Wow. Wow, the energy here feels beautiful. So I'm stopping it here. We're going to get an advice card, and then I'm stopping it because this is a great, great reading. And the messages are so clear. I just don't think, right? I just don't think there's a reason to keep pulling cards because these messages are pretty clear. The Divine Collective is awakening. They're moving through, finally claiming their own individual power. That's what I'm hearing. What is the advice here for those watching? What is the advice we have here for our Divine Masculine Collective? Okay, sorry, I just wanted, they gave me one more thing to write down for the description. Okay, apologies. All right. Now, advice for the Divine Masculines. One more shuffle here. Woo! Okay, funny, I thought that was the card that wanted to come out. It was stuck in my hand there for a minute. We got two. Yep. Okay. Justice and manifestation. So we're going to read the book here to see what the advice is for these two cards. But these go right along with this future energy of getting empowered, moving towards 10 of Wands. You know, that's all the action. Putting everything we have behind moving forward and manifesting what it is we want out of life. That also may bring some justice, though, because, you know, we're always still accountable for our past patterns, behaviors, beliefs. Even when we let them go, we still have to reconcile some of the things we may have done when we were deep in ego and darkness, right? Okay, so for the Justice card, It says, they say that all is fair in love and war, but the balance is not tipped in your favor right now. Someone is being unreasonable, so take a step back and weigh up the situation. It may mean that you need to summon up your inner strength and face your opposer. That's what I was just saying, is sometimes we have to face up to the hurt and pain and low vibration actions we may have created or caused when we were deep in the dark, right? So this is basically just saying, you have all the necessary tools to win. You will need to summon up your inner strength and face your opposer. Decisions have been left unmade and there's time to renegotiate. Remember always that the universe supports those who stand in their truth and integrity. When you look for the best possible outcome to suit all parties, you can be assured that fairness will prevail. Okay, so I'm hearing somebody watching here it is going to need to apologize to somebody else before they can move into this future energy. All right? Before they can start manifesting. But for the majority of you, I'm hearing that's just for a few of you. For the majority of you, we have this manifestation card. I'll read that. The alchemist within urges you to reawaken your powerful manifestation abilities. Demonstrating a strong will and focus will drive your desires into fruition with a little magical help, of course. As you step back into alignment through spell work, invocation, and acknowledging both aspects of your light and shadow self, you become a testimony to the wise ones who walked before you. The universe is poised to support you as it reflects your positive intentions. So go on and grab your dreams. Reach for your goals as magical energy surges through you. Everything is yours for the taking and will continue to be so as you add your own magical touch. Good. This is all good. All right. That was the Divine Masculine update. Have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your evening, month, week, day, whatever, weekend. Wishing you all the love and light and strength you may need on your awakening journey.